Hi everyone, welcome to another live write-in. In case anyone wonders who I am, my name is Misha Gerrick. I am a writer of young adult and adult epic and urban fantasy, and I am based in South Africa, which is why it's a little bit darker right now because it is exactly 6 p.m. So, yeah, I hope that everyone who joins in either now or when they watch the playback later, that you guys will enjoy today's stream and that you will find yourself being a little bit productive with help from me. um, yeah. Let's see what else I wanted to say today. I don't really want to say too much because I find myself repeating everything I say later on when people actually start arriving. So it's kind of difficult to actually keep a balance between actually saying something during the stream and actually talking to people later. But yeah, so maybe it's just fine to do the repetition anyway. So in case I don't repeat this later, the search for the new house is going okay so far. It's looking promising, but we're basically waiting now to see how the finances pan out, whether or not we can afford the place that we really want. So that's basically the major thing. And other than that, I've mainly been working. Sorry, my fringe is so long at the moment, it is very annoying, and I should really actually cut it, and I keep forgetting. So yeah, so basically on my side, I haven't really been writing because of all anxiety around the moving house thing, but I am still kind of productive in the sense that I am very much active when it comes to creating stuff for my day job, which is being a communications manager for a project. But the big thing about it is that, yeah, basically a lot of my efforts on creativity is currently going into that because I'm trying to get how to put it, I'm trying to get the best possible product out there that I can possibly manage. And for me to do that, I actually need to put quite a lot of like my creative energy into it. And so that's also in addition to the whole stressful situation around my house stuff going on, the ongoing stuff. It's just kind of creating a situation where by the time that I can write, my brain's just not in it, and I just don't want to push myself because it's really a bad way to kind of risk me burning out. But I just noticed that my first viewer has showed up, so please, and this time I know it's not me, so yes. But please do let me know who you are, say hi in the chat, and just also let me know what you're going to be working on. On my end, since I am kind of being nice to myself about writing at the moment, I am probably going to just spend most of tonight moving some more songs from my old iTunes playlist to my Spotify. So that's mainly what I'm going to be doing for the next few hours. And yeah. All right, so let's see. I'm going to just get ready in the meantime while I'm waiting for feedback from you guys. Just as a quick recap, in case you guys aren't regulars, how this writing works is, unlike most other people who kind of pick like a certain amount of time and they stick with it, I have a way of kind of starting with very short sprints for 5 minutes and then adding 5 minutes to each sprint until we get to a 25 or 30-minute sprint, and then we work our way back to a 5-minute sprint again. So I think that I can't remember exactly how many hours that gives us, but like I want to say almost 2 hours of writing. So most people come and go as they need to because it is quite a long writing as a result of that little practice of mine, but I find it works quite nicely when people are writing because it's a nice warm-up and then getting into it and then just kind of coming out of it again. For me especially, because the getting into it is for people who are starting their day writing. The getting out of it part is for me who needs to kind of tone down before I go to bed, because by the time we're going to be finished here, it will be around 9 p.m. here. So yeah, it's going to be a long one, but as I said, people come and go as they want, and it's fun. I enjoy it, and I love talking to people. So I would really like it if the people would say hi, because now there are 2 people watching, and neither of them are me yet. So that is awesome. So yeah. I don't really want to open my chat yet, but maybe what I should do is just jump into the first sprint so that I can open the actual video without echoing myself, because I forgot to do that before starting. Now it's not muted and it's a mess anyway. All right, so I'm going to jump straight into the first sprint now, which will be for 5 minutes, and then I will see you guys at around 11 minutes past the hour. So I'm counting down now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. time's up. Let me know how you did for the sprints. On my side, I'm just working my way through my playlist. At the moment, I am at the letter E for the artist. Yeah, so I'm arranging by artist at the moment, and I'm at the letter E, which means I am just about to go into a crapload of Ed Sheeran music, which is kind of cool, but also like not exactly what I'm in the mood for right now. But I'll just go through it rather quickly because I have a good idea of what I like and what I don't. So I just noticed that my video has turned my face back into a blob on YouTube. So don't be alarmed for the next sprint when I actually completely disappear for a second, because I just want to go. I need to reboot my. There's a word. I need to reboot my browser so that the video is fixed. But I will come right back here, so you don't have to do anything. The video will just resume by the time the next sprint is done. All right. So let's see. Vali is here. I hope that's the correct pronunciation of the name. So saying hi, so hello, welcome, welcome. And it says writing today, 40 words done, but I'm having trouble getting into it. Yeah, that happens, but also 40 words for 5 minutes is not a bad rate to work at, so that's quite good. What are you writing? Like fiction or non-fiction, or are you writing, what genre are you writing? I'm curious, let me know. I want to know all the things. And also, where are you from? Because I'm also curious about that, because I don't think I've seen you in my sprint before. So welcome, an extra special welcome for that. All right, so while we're waiting for some responses, because there is a little bit of a delay between what's happening on YouTube and the actual StreamYard chat that I can see, I'm just going to start getting ready for the next sprint by setting my timer. Right. I just saw a message, but there it is. Samantha Wicker is here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Do let me know what you're going to be working on. Are you going to write? Are you going to edit? What are you going to write or edit? All the fun things. On my side, I'm just working on my playlists at the moment. Down the line, once I need to work on new works in progress, like new book ideas and story ideas, I need my music, because that's like a very important thing. So I need to make sure that it's actually in my Spotify by the time I want to start creating new playlists. But yeah, all right. I am going to go into the next sprint while I'm waiting for responses. I do that because I'm alone on the stream and there is a delay. So I don't want there to be too much in the way of dead air. But please do keep responding and continue chatting in the chat window, because I do actually go back and respond to stuff that was posted before the sprint start. So just so that everybody's on the same kind of page as me, because I'm seeing quite a few new people coming in tonight, which is awesome. I'm excited. I love meeting new people. So Ali says, I'm writing fan fiction for The Legend of Zelda. The working title is Calamity, and it's about the reconstruction of Hyrule after the destruction of Ganon. And also, I'm from New York. Very nice. Very, very cool. And Samantha says, I'm going to try and write on my fantasy about a detective. Very nice. All right. Cool, guys. Then I'm going to get us going on the next sprint. So it's going to be a 10-minute one. And that means we are going to meet back here at around 25 minutes past the hour. So I'm counting down now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up. Let me know how you guys are doing. I just want to apologize that my face is continuously looking either like I'm a Lego person or like a blob, because at the moment I seem to be having some internet connection troubles. Oh my word, sorry, that I just got a speed test back and it's like terrible. So I really hope you guys can actually even still hear and see me, because it would be really, really bad if you can't. Yeah, so just let me know how you guys did with your sprinting. On my side, I was mainly trying to sort out the internet issues, but I'm not sure what to do now because I can't tell what the problem is. But I'll figure it out in the next sprint. Yeah. I saw on the actual YouTube chat, Samantha says she hates internet gremlins. Absolutely. You and me both. And then Samantha also said, managed to reread my last chapter so I could see where I'm at. Nice. Also a good thing. You don't want to create like a continuity error by starting without realizing where you stopped the last time. And then Valley said 259 words this time. Very nicely done for 2 minutes. For 10 minutes. That is very, very impressive. And thankfully, Samantha says, I'm hearing you okay. There are a few pauses, but it is working. And Barbara's here. Hey, welcome back, Barbara. I'm so glad to see you're back. And do let me know what you're going to be working on. Are you going to do edits? Are you going to do some writing? What's the plan for today? All the fun things. I want to know all the things. And yeah. And finally, after considerable lag, I'm getting visible messages in my StreamYard chat so I can actually put the banners up. But yeah, hopefully now it does seem to be a little bit better on the video. So I'm carefully optimistic that whatever it was is now going away. So fingers crossed for that. All right. So I'm on my side now. I'm kind of like a little bit puzzled about what I am going to be doing, because if the internet is suddenly as bad as it is right now, it's probably not a good idea to try streaming while streaming music to listen to the songs that I need to transfer. So I'm a little bit like, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a drag. So I'll have to see. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start preparing for the next sprint, maybe because I see it's almost half past, so maybe we can sprint by the time the half past, by the time the long hand reaches the half past side or something. So let's see. Yeah, just waiting to see some responses, but not getting any. All right, so I'm just going to jump into it, and hopefully I'm not too far away from. Yeah, I'm just about ready to do it right at the right moment. So I'm going to count down, and then I will see you guys at 1:45. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up, lovely people. Let me know how your writing went. And for me, my internet is incredibly slow at the moment, so I am currently keeping my eye on it. It does seem to have improved slightly, but I did confirm that indeed I cannot play any music right now while streaming. So I've changed over to reading. I'm reading a book on what's the thing's name? Do-do-do-do. Yeah, it just says The Black Swan, but I can't remember the subtitle now. I should just check that. Do-do-do. Come on. This is cruel and unusual, and now it is going to. Fed is not going to tell me. That's what I want. Let's see. Very, very cruel of this book not to behave like it's supposed to. Anyway, it's basically the book's actual title is The Black Swan, and it is about economic events that are difficult to predict, and because of that, people assume they are basically impossible until they happen, and then people overreact to it. And it's actually quite interesting and relevant because we are living in a black swan event at the moment, so it is quite interesting for me to read. But yeah, so in the meantime, just do let me know how you guys did with your writing. Let's see. So right after I started the sprint that was just passed, Barbara replied saying, "I'm doing some quick edits and reading a book about setting in your story. It's called The Urban Setting Thesaurus by Angela Ackerman and Bigger Puglisi, and it's really good." And yeah, I find that so awesome because Angela specifically and I used to be blogging contacts when blogging was still like the major way in which writers communicated with each other. So I'm always so proud of her to see when people that, you know, like other different parts of my network that don't know her through me or something like that. It's difficult where I'm the common denominator, but where they don't really know each other necessarily. When they read her books and stuff and I see them like in the wild, I just love it to see it because it's so cool for them. And then Sarah also popped by. Hi friends, just popping in to hit the like button, and as always I very much appreciate that, Sarah, so thanks so much for stopping by. And Valley said 226 words, very nicely done. And Samantha says, that sounds like a neat read. I wrote 159 words that time and scheduled a video for tomorrow. Very nicely done. And then Barbara says, wow, that's really cool, Misha. Yeah, I actually have quite a lot of like people that I used to blog with that went on to do some great things, but I don't generally like to name drop a lot, so I'm not going to go do that. But I love it. I always get like a little buzz of like a little thrill to know that people that I know actually did so well that their books are out there for other people that I don't even directly know to read and stuff. So that's always so awesome. But yeah, I love it. I love when let me put it this way, I love when the people in my networks are successful, because it's awesome to see people going from strength to strength and making their dreams come true and all that stuff. So I'm always excited when I see like a little bit of evidence of that. And Key's here. Hey Key, welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you going to be doing some editing or writing? Let me know. I'm always curious to know what you are going to be doing for today's writing and all the fun things. Okay, and while we are waiting for some more feedback, I'm going to just move us up to the next sprint. So we are moving very quickly today. So we're already at the 20-minute sprint, guys. So we're almost halfway through. Well done. Okay, so let me just check to see if I get anything from the video. And I'm thrilled to say that it does seem that my internet is behaving again. So that's exciting. Yay! All right, so I'm going to get us started, and as always, just do drop comments as you think of them, and then I will come back after the sprint to reread, because yeah, it's just to keep things rolling along. Oh goodness, I just realized my cat has woken up, and now everything is under threat because she wants attention and I'm not giving attention to her. So yes. Right, so I'm going to get us going on the next sprint, and then I will see you guys at, it's going to look like it's going to be around 11 minutes past the hour. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up. Let me know how you did. I'm just finding this guy really amusing. He has a very funny way of writing things. Let's see. So Key, during our sprint, wrote a message saying, writing, decided to take one of the plot lines in a slightly different direction. So I'm rewriting several sections, adding new ones, and I've already deleted a few. Nice. That's quite an ambitious thing to do, so I'm impressed. Suitably impressed, I think. But yeah, that sounds like a very, very intense thing to do. So fingers crossed it goes well for you. And then Naked Firefly is here. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I've already asked if she's going to be doing any writing or editing, and she said she's editing today. Nice. And then Ava also joined in, saying, oh dang, hey Misha, I was hanging out in another stream, didn't realize the time, and I'm working on a resume, Reno, just jumping back into it. Nicely done. So awesome. But I'm very, very curious about the renovation to that resume of yours. What are you trying to find, like a new kind of career path, or are you just trying to get into like an old one? What's the idea there? I'm curious. What are you doing the renovation for? And Samantha says, oddly enough, I wrote 159 words again, finished the chapter, and moved into the next one. Nice. Very nicely done. And Valley said 285 words, struggling with dialogue. Oh, well, 285 words is still quite good for the amount of time we spent, so well done on that. And with the dialogue, maybe if you want some tips, I happen to know quite a few writers are in this chat, so do feel free to drop questions, and I'm sure you can get some good advice from this. And I'll also try to help out if there's anything we need to help with, because we all love helping each other, so that's awesome. Ava said, I grabbed a hoodie, the AC keeping it cold. Nice. And Barbara says, fixed a few inconsistent things like street and avenue. That's a good thing to do. Because it's actually something that I wouldn't even have thought of. It's a good thing to keep in mind for future edits. Let's see. Right, so while I'm waiting, I'm just waiting to see if anyone has any more comments to come in. But in the meantime, I'm also prepping for our next sprint. So, and time has really been flying, guys. The next one is actually going to be the 25-minute one. So yeah, we're getting there. I'm thinking maybe that we might want to do a 25-minute one, then another 25-minute one, and go backwards. But I'll kind of see how I feel at the end of this longer sprint, because it might, yeah, you know, my energy might start flagging by the end of this, because it is 15 minutes past 7 in South Africa at the moment. So it's starting to become, it's going from evening to night now. So my brain's starting to be like, bedtime. So yeah, that's kind of something for me to keep in mind. But I'll see how I feel once this sprint is over. Ava also said, I'm still working on a resume, so it's lackluster. Laugh out loud. And the things like center align. Woo! Nice. Well, that's still, you know, it needs to be done. You need to start somewhere, right? And Barbara says, I have a bad habit of renaming things. Laugh out loud. Me too, actually. I actually kind of use placeholders. When I'm drafting, I will use placeholder names. Like sometimes I'll just say something like X, or you know, a random name like Jane for a female character's name, usually not the main characters, but like stuff like that. And then I have to do like a search and replace later to find all of them. But yeah, I do. I do also change and rename things right in the middle of my rough drafts. By the time the rewrite is done, though, I would hope that I'm keeping things constant. But yeah. Right, guys, so I'm going to count down and then I will see you guys in 25 minutes. Oh, wait, there's more comments. Just as I was getting ready, Eva just said, it'll feel good when it's done. Yes, yes, absolutely. It's one of those things that's like, I almost once didn't apply for a job just from the thought of having to dig through my CV again, and I was just like, mm-mm. But you know what? I'm really glad that I ended up doing it because I got this job that I'm doing now, and it's actually awesome. So it's very nice. But for me, the thing with it is that it's always like for me, it's that thing of like, do you keep the stuff that you did in high school or do you throw it out? So I actually ended up throwing most of that out and just targeting my CV in like a very specific direction with all my recent experience, and that was actually enough. So. And now the nice thing is this kind of job that I'm doing at the moment is one of those that is actually kind of like its own reference. So anytime I want to work in the same industry in the future, it's going to be pretty, yeah, pretty much it's going to recommend itself. So that's pretty awesome for me. And Ava agrees with me. Throw it out! Laugh out loud. Yeah, no, I agree. It's like high school stuff is only like relevant if you went to high school or went to university and didn't work for those years, and then you need like proof that you are capable of working. So yeah, but now that I've done like, oh god, I just yeah, about a decade's worth of actual work. Yeah, you don't really need like you don't really need the high school references anymore. And then Ava also said, but yes, this resume is really just one job as its own reference, but a lot of keywords. Ah, that makes sense. And not my own. Ah, yeah, okay. Makes sense, okay. I kind of, it's similar when I actually did the resume for this job that I have now at the moment. It was the same because I wasn't very experienced in the industry. I just kind of have had to be very like, not, I wouldn't say creative because what my experience is around writing and storytelling and all that stuff is very relevant to what I'm doing now. But I had to kind of sell that point to people to help them understand why it is that the fact that I have been actively working on storytelling and getting stuff across, that I have that skill set is valuable to someone who wants me to do communications for a project. So it's very interesting to do that, but it worked, so yay. And Eva also says, my own resume is really sparse, ha ha ha. And my last job with the payroll was in 2008. Yeah, it's not that long ago. So hopefully you can sort it out as long as you can kind of like figure out how to explain the gap in between. So yeah. All right. I am going to be strict tonight, otherwise you and I are going to be talking for an hour. And I know we want to get some writing stuff done, or in your case, resume writing. So I'm going to get us started. It is exactly 20 past. So I'm counting down, and I will see you guys at quarter to the hour. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up. Let me know how you guys are doing. How did it go with this last sprint? Let me see. Elizabeth popped by. I hope she's still here. Popping in to say hi and get a little work done before I have to run. Working on a character name list and 2 works in progress. That comment was sent before I was ready. Nice. Nice. So that's very exciting. And he just said, I just got sent a picture of a t-shirt that says, "I don't understand stupid people." Maybe I should take one apart to see how it works. Nice. Yeah, that you can't fault the logic. You cannot. Let's see. Just quickly doing another speed test because it does look like my internet is back to normal. Woo! That is awesome. But now at the same time, I'm also quite sucked into my book, so I'm probably just going to keep reading. Comments coming in. So Elizabeth said, updated my names list and wrote 505 words. I hope you're well, Misha. Yes, I am quite well. A little bit not well in terms of having to move house again in the very near future, but otherwise I'm healthy and coping and getting on with work and all those fun things. So quite well. I hope you are well and that all your loved ones are in good health as well. I'm starting to sound like I'm in a Jane Austen novel where I ask after the health of my contacts' family. So, He says, this last sprint was taken up by a conversation with one of my cousins. Nice. Ava says, phew, just finished the resume. Nice, well done. And Samantha says 241 words and got distracted by packages. Laugh out loud. I feel all over the place today. Yeah, I know the feeling. At the moment, I'm kind of like feeling the same because I'm kind of thinking that I want to go back to trying to sort out my music stuff, but at the same time, this book is so interesting. So I'm like, I don't know what I want to do anymore. But yeah, probably just going to keep reading because I'm not sure if my internet is going to keep behaving, and I really would like to actually finish the stream. So I don't want to risk it, but it does seem to be behaving better, which is good. Okay. Right. So I think I'm still okay for like being awake and all that. So I think I'm going to just run another 25-minute sprint this time so that we can get a little bit more writing in than usual. Yeah. And when I say we, I kind of actually mean you because I'm at the moment mostly doing research. So the interesting thing about this is I actually read this for like, I want to say economic reasons because it is actually about economics and finance, or actually more like an economic and financial concept. But the job that I am doing, the contract work I'm doing, is with a program that it basically enables innovation and entrepreneurship in 5 African countries. And now we're about to launch. Let's try that. We're about to launch a call for proposals for people to get grant funding to do research into this specific phenomenon. So I'm actually reading this for fun. I'm not charging people to read this. But it's just so that I also understand what it is that I'm talking about when I'm doing the communications and marketing. But the interesting thing about it is that it's actually quite insightful in terms of my writing life, even. So it's actually, I read this for my day job, but it's actually relevant to the other job, which is being a writer. And it's actually giving me a lot of things to think about, which is also awesome. So that makes it cool to read, because I'm not much of a, actually, I'm going to lie if I say I'm not much of a non-fiction reader, but usually when I am picking something up to read for relaxation, it wouldn't be non-fiction. So, but at the moment, this is quite interesting, and I like the guy's style. It's non-fiction, and it is actually about rather serious concepts, but he wrote it in a way that actually makes it fun to read, which is always a good thing. Because one of the reasons why I stopped studying economics was because of the way that economics papers are written. I just, yeah, no. So I find it interesting, the economics and like the concepts and stuff. Now everything works together, but I don't like when people write things in ways that makes you wonder whether or not you are in fact reading English or any other existing language. But yeah, anyway. But I digress. Let's see. Ava says, just sent it over to the client for review. Makes check mark on list. Nice. So what's up next for you, Ava? Let me know. I'm curious. But in the meantime, I'm going to set us up for the next sprint. So I'm going to count down, and then I will see you guys in 25 minutes, which is going to be, just do a quick mental calculation here, about 17 minutes past the hour. So I'll see you guys then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up. Let me know how you guys did. So lots of comments. Let me just go back. Okay, so when I asked what the next thing is that Ava has to work on, she said, I have some chapter edits to input, characters to rewrite, and a few blog article topics to write up. Nice. And I also need to pick some topics to cover with the toddler during learning time. What sounds fun? So I suggested French, but then she actually said that she is thinking about another language, but maybe probably Spanish. But anyway, so I'm not going to read all that. Elizabeth has left again, so she just said thanks for the sprints. Got to run for now, but I've gotten a good amount done. Hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm glad that you got a lot done because it's always good to know that the sprints help a little bit. Let's see. And then I just quickly read through the chat comments because I was actually reading the book, so I wasn't really able to follow the chat. But she's figuring out what she's going to teach the toddler, so good. Right, so while I'm waiting for feedback, I'm going to set up the next sprint, which will be a 20-minute one because we are officially going backwards now. So we're going now from 25-minute sprints to heading sprint by sprint towards 5 minutes. So yeah. Right, lots of comments, but they're not showing up in my StreamYard, so I'm just going to read them from the YouTube stream. Valley says, I had a productive call with my mom. We talked about Calamity and my siblings' graduation. Nice. Eva says, I laid out some lessons to print up when I get busy again. I'm taking a Slacker's break. Laugh out loud. Nice. Slacker's breaks are good. Key says, okay, my head just refuses to work on this. Total blank. I know from previous experience that means my head is working on it and I need to go away and do something else for a bit. My subconscious hates it when my conscious mind gets in the way. Yeah, that happens to me too. It's like a almost like a writer's block, but it's basically that disconnect between your subconscious and your conscious, where your subconscious picked something up and you're not quite sure what it is, but it's figuring it out on its own. And then Samantha says, wrote 512 words that time and made lunch plans. Laugh out loud. Very nicely done. You guys are doing awesome today. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to just jump us straight into the next sprint. So we will be back at about, looks like 19 minutes to the hour. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up. Everybody, let me know how you did. Let me just go a little bit back. Ali Cat is here, saying she just woke up from a nap. Welcome, welcome. And Barbara says, finished reading the Urban Setting Thesaurus. I'll check out another one of their guides, but for now, I've got to head out. Happy writing, everyone, and thanks for the stream. So, yeah, I already said goodbye to her, but yeah. Right, so now I'm just waiting to hear from you guys. While I'm waiting, I'm going to start setting up the timer for the next sprint, which will be 15 minutes. Ali says, 292 words. I finished the chapter and started the next one. Nice. Very nice progress that you made there. Excuse me. Samantha did 330 words and did some research on military ranks. Interesting. And nice on the 330 words as well. Quite a good amount of words to get done. Okay, so I think, I'm not sure where everybody else is, but I know this is around lunchtime. So, I think I'm going to just jump straight into the next sprint. So, let me just check for one last time. Yeah, doesn't seem to have anything coming in. So, I'm going to count down and then I will see you guys at more or less the top of the hour. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up. Sorry, time's up. Let me know how you guys are doing. So for the previous sprint, Alicat did 132 words, and Key didn't do any, but Key also stopped writing a little bit to give the there. I'm not sure, Key. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever confirmed whether or not I should refer to you like by which pronoun, because your name is a little bit ambiguous. So could you just let me know which pronoun I should be using to be correct? Because I was about to say he, and then I'm like, no, is it really though? So just confirm to me, because I don't want to use the wrong pronoun. So but anyway, Key is mostly doing research at the moment, saying, I have the next book in the works, not ready to start writing on it yet, but I can prepare. I have to come up with a good description of a computer mainframe based on magic. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Let's see. And then Valley did 119 words and a new character description. Nicely done. Samantha wrote 374 that time and has to go. So, oh gosh, I wish I could get that freaking message onto my chat now, but unfortunately it's not showing on my StreamYard. I can just see it here. So Samantha just says, thank you for hosting, and I'll hopefully catch your next one. Yes, and thanks so much for stopping by, Samantha. I really appreciated it. And yeah, the next one will be the same time as this one. So next Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT +2, which I think is, well, it's usually noon Eastern Standard, but I'm not sure which way the daylight savings time goes. So you can just have to check. But I am on GMT +2 for your time zone conversion. Alicat did 99 words. Nicely done. Oh gosh, StreamYard is so laggy today. Why is it doing this to me? I'm getting like 4 or 5 comments and none of them are showing up on my StreamYard. Okay, so I think that's everyone who is actually actively writing at the moment. So I'm just going to start setting up the next sprint. We're almost done, guys. We only have 2 sprints left. So the next sprint will be 10 minutes, and the final sprint will be the 5-minute one. So almost there. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to activate the next sprint, and then I will see you guys at 12 minutes past the hour. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up, everyone. Let me know how you did. And yeah, we are almost ready for this final sprint. So send in those updates. Let me find out how you did. On my side, I think I've read something like 3 chapters today, so it's actually not too bad progress for overall. But I don't really keep track of how much I'm reading in each sprint. But I think I read like a chapter and a half in the longest sprint, for example, so more or less, but I'm not sure. And also, random aside, but my internet seems to be freaking out again, which is why I'm turning back into a Lego person. But yeah, unfortunately, not much I can do about it, but hopefully it goes away, whatever caused it, and it gets better again. So I don't know if it's because of the lag, because of my internet being very unhappy with me, but I'm not getting any feedback from you guys, not even in the actual stream. So I think I'm just going to jump into the final sprint now, and hopefully you guys will be able to just let me know how you did in the past 2 sprints in the end. Yeah, we are at the last sprint, so I will see you guys at 20 minutes past the hour. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And time's up. How did you guys do? Hopefully things are better now with the internet, so that we can actually get some feedback. But yeah, still haven't seen anything from the previous sprint, so I'm not sure if anyone is even here now. So yay! That also happens sometimes. Okay, so it is genuinely starting to look like no one is here anymore. So, yeah, this is a bit difficult. Well, okay, so I'm going to give it a few more seconds to see if anyone responds, and if not, then I'm just going to start signing off. But yeah, on my side, I just read a little bit more, and I'm almost at the end of another chapter, so I actually got quite a lot of reading done. Internet is still full of crap, and I don't know why. So I will have to go follow up on that tomorrow morning, or maybe probably on Monday when the office is open. And yeah, that's pretty much my story from the site. So let me just see if I reload whether or not I actually get anything new. No. Okay, so I am going to say goodbye because it is actually now already 22 minutes past 9 in South Africa. So I think I'm just going to end it here for tonight. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched and who took part in the sprints today and kept me company. And also I would like to thank everyone who might be watching this from playback, because you guys are also awesome. Yeah, if you haven't yet, please do hit like and or subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to receive updates from any future posts that I make. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As I mentioned earlier, my next stream will be again Saturday, because this is a weekly stream. So it will be next Saturday at 6 p.m. South African time, which is Greenwich Mean Time +2. So if anyone wants to convert from that, I'm not sure what the daylight savings time is at the moment. So I think it might be 1 p.m. daylight savings time, but I'm not exactly sure. So, but yeah, I will be here unless something happens that makes me not able to do it. But so far, I'm not foreseeing anything coming up. But I do give updates if, and I will let you guys know. But the easiest and most reliable will probably be to follow my YouTube channel, so that I can, also that you can find out the moment something goes live or something gets posted. All right, thanks again everyone, and have a wonderful and super productive week, and I hope it's going to be a blessed one for each of you, and all the best. So lots of love. Bye bye.